see who has a heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your fight. Now go out there and take it.
You never heard of the Sultan of SWAT? The Titan of Terror. Colossus of Clout?
The King of Trash, man.
Oh, yeah, the Great Bambino. I thought you said the Great Bambi. That wimpy deer.
Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. Call 233-4430 or order online at Applebee's.com and pick your meal up with Carside to go. Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 in Athens, just off I-65. Eating good in the neighborhood. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Quality Vinyl is on your side. Quality Vinyl in Athens has been in business since 1987, offering great prices and service the whole time. What has changed is the technology of their products. From vinyl siding and shutters, sunrooms and screen rooms, to doors, windows, columns, and rails. Quality Vinyl, located on the corner of Highway 72 and Reed Road in Athens, just 6 miles west of I-65. Call 232-2665 or visit them online at qualityvinyl.net. Quality Vinyl is on your side. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. WKAC wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to WKAC1080.com throughout the school year and click on the Tailgate Talk icon to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner will receive a gift card from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and a t-shirt from Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and more. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and 1080 WKAC.
Hi there, this is Dan Pastorini, former NFL quarterback, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Good Saturday morning, and welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, the best and only resource you need for high school and local sports, along with college and pro. We're located here at Applebee's on the corner of 72 West and Highway 65, or Interstate 65, And, man, it's a beautiful morning. Football weather. Ready for some great college days after a night of high school college football. I'm your host this morning, Todd Tomerlin. I ran off all the other co-hosts. We've got them on assignment. Jay's gone down to make sure that the Tide take care of the Vols. And Tom is at Mississippi State Vandy. And his stepson is in the band. And so we want to wish him and Deb a fun day today. I know they're going to have a great time getting to see their son play tonight at the football game. Tim Lambert, our producer extraordinaire, is alongside me, and we're going to go through a whole gamut full list of high school coaches, and we'll have a special guest, Missy Tiber, the UNA women's head basketball coach, here shortly. I'm going to turn it over to Tim, and we'll do a rundown of the scores from last night.
All righty, scores and more brought to you by P4. And I need to turn my headset down, man. I'm loud. Brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. On Thursday, West Limestone just couldn't quite make the final comeback and lost to Priceville in overtime, 56-50. Let's see. Last night, Pisgah. Tanner came up short to Pisgah, 14-13. Clements defeated Elkmont, 47-22. That game was heard on PASnetwork.net last night, and we've got that posted up there for you can hear the replay of that. Ardmore over May Jemison, another close game, 15-12. James Clements, not so close, 62-20 over Albertville. It was close there for a while. Albertville was making it interesting there in the first half, but James Clements just kind of came out in the second half and finally got everything together. It was Decatur over Athens, 56-34, and Athens, that was a close game there for a while too, until the end. Athens was ahead for a little while, but anyway, just couldn't do it. So Athens ends up their season against Decatur. Sylvania over East Limestone, 35-21. Another game that was close there for a while, and then something happened, and we'll find out. We'll find out if we get to talk to Coach Pugh today. I'm going to assume he's going to Tuscaloosa.
I can't imagine him missing it.
I don't know. State volleyball tournament start up Tuesday, and Athens was the super regional runner-up this last week, so they will take on St. Paul's Episcopal. And East Limestone won their super regional, and they will face Sylacauga on Tuesday. So congratulations to both those teams playing in the state volleyball tournament. Let's see. Next week, we will have Timothy Jones, owner of the North Alabama War Dogs, coming in with us.
Nice.
To talk. I think their season starts next Saturday. I believe that's right. They'll be playing at James Clements again for their home games. Upcoming, we'll have a special edition of Tailgate Talk coming up Thursday. We'll be up at Elkmont for Boo at the Boss at the stadium up there. And then coming up in future weeks, we'll be live from Hope for Athens at Swan Creek Park. We'll also be talking with Joseph Goodman. He's Alabama.com sports writer, but he's also author of the upcoming book, We Want Bama.
No, they don't. They just think they do.
They just think they do. So there you go. P4 Physical Scores and More, brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
Quick question about the volleyball. When I was noticing all the teams, Athens and East that had made it onto the regions, I thought about Bible School, Athens Bible School. They've had such a good volleyball program over the years, and I don't remember what they did last year, but I want to say this might be the first year in a long time that they haven't made it, or am I just missing something?
Well, they lost in their first round. Their team hasn't been quite what they have been in past years this year, but okay. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Well, yeah, it's always up and down, especially high school. But that's what I'm saying. They were so good for so long.
Yeah.
It was just interesting not to see their name in the mix.
And Lindsay Lane, they were ranked in the top 10 all season, and they came in third.
Yeah.
They Donahoe eliminated them in the semifinal round, and then they played in the third place game and I think beat Marion County. So that's what happened with them. And then let's see, Elkmont, Ardmore, and all the other teams they were eliminated early on too. So anyway, there you go with the volleyball.
Yeah. I want to remind everybody you can call or text us at 256-812-1848. That's 256-812-1TGT. You can follow us online at tailgatetalk.net. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Tailgate Talk AL. Facebook and you can follow us on Facebook at Applebee's Tailgate Talk, and subscribe to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on YouTube channel. Amazon Echo, you can say, Alexa,
play Tailgate Talk.
And Google Home say,
play Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Miss you, buddy. Download the Tailgate Talk app for Android and iPhone, powered by Crown Service, Termite, and Pest Control. And also look for Applebee's Tailgate Talk on iTunes, Amazon Music, Google, Spotify, and other popular podcast platforms. We're going to take us a quick break, and when we be back, we'll be joined by Clay Coleman of the Huntsville Havoc.
Next week, our special guest will be owner of the North Alabama War Dogs, Timothy Jones. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
If you're running out of space and a yard sale just isn't an option, Midpoint Storage and Buddy Box Storage gives you the choice. Midpoint Storage on Highway 72 East has traditional or climate-controlled units along with spaces for your boat or RV. Buddy Box offers convenient, secured, portable storage units delivered right to your home. They're both locally owned, too. Call 256-800-4249. Look for them on Facebook or online at midpoint.storage.com or buddyboxstorage.com. It's a win-win situation. Midpoint Storage and Buddy Box Storage. 256-800-4249.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
Accidents happen. It's a part of life. So next time a wreck is a part of your life, Sides Auto Body Repair is there to lend a hand. Since 1987, Sides Auto Body Repair has been guiding customers through the repair process with as little stress as possible, offering free estimates, a limited lifetime warranty on their work, as well as saving you the headache of handling the insurance paperwork. They're also ICAR Platinum certified and can boast over 60 years of combined experience. Call their Highway 72 West location at 230-6464 or Highway 72 East at 444-0729. Either way, call them first. Sides Auto Body Repair. The Play Action Sports Report is back in podcast form. Look for it every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform. The Play Action Sports Report. Scores, interviews, highlights, and more from school, youth, and amateur sports in Athens and Limestone County. The Play Action Sports Report every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform or online at pasnetwork.net.
Hey, this is East Limestone girls basketball coach Jessica Thompson, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show.
So you're a control freak?
It's just a freak show anyway.
All right, welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We are now joined on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. Clay Coleman, Freak Daddy, the Huntsville Havoc. Clay, how you doing this morning?
Hey, good morning, guys. How are y'all doing?
Man, we're doing fine.
I'm tired this morning.
No, I can imagine. Listen, for those who don't know, you're one of the busiest human beings on the face of the earth. You've got your feet in the fire, and I don't know how many different things. It's honestly, I think about what I do in the course of the day and what you do in the course of the day, and I'm a lazy man. So
sometimes I do feel like I need a stunt double for sure. But it's one of these things that I've told my wife several times. I'm 46, and it seems like professionally and then just the fun stuff with the sports stuff has been really cool. It's kind of like I probably won't be able to do this when I'm in my late 50s, so why not enjoy it while I can? And it's just right now just really a fun time. Not only just like with the Havoc, but like with my kids and stuff. They're coming that age where they're 15 and 12, and they're really in the part where it's like they're figuring things out, and you get to enjoy it a little bit more. So it's been really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you're so synonymous with sports in North Alabama and radio and so many different things, and loved by many, that's for sure, buddy. So we appreciate
thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I have fun. It's like just getting the relationships with people like you guys and stuff like that just makes life enjoyable. So it's fun for sure.
Good deal. Well, Havoc coming off a big overtime win against Pensacola, 4-3.
They were went all the way to the third period. I don't know what both teams. I guess just great defense in the front little part, but they scored all their 3 goals into the third period, and then Cy Nutkovich getting the overtime winner last night. And it's so early in the season for hockey to figure things out, but little wins, little things you never know that may stick in a team's head if you go to their anytime. And we've talked about this on y'all's show a lot. Anytime in the SPHL when you can go on the road and get a road victory, that's huge, because it's just such a difficult thing to do because of the travel and being banged up at times and having to go and ride in a cramped bus and not getting to spend the night in a hotel and coming back. I mean, it's a challenge for them to do that. So and usually you see it when you see the teams that win it in the end. You've got to have that good home record, but you've got to have the good road record as well.
Absolutely.
It helps you to go into overtime, win in overtime too, doesn't it? As far as the points,
confidence.
Yeah, you definitely get the points, but it's like I said, it's definitely a confidence builder as far as doing that. But you get the overtime win, it's just the same as a win. The other team gets a point too, so it helps them. But it's going to be it's just got a good vibe about it right now. The season is early, and they didn't have as many fans for our opening night as we would have wanted to. But it's that starting in October. It's just a different thing. And there's Friday night football going on. You still have Bama and Auburn and everything going on. So we usually don't get into our full swing until November. But it's fun to kind of just have things going back to normal. It feels like.
Yeah, and for those that are there, I love going to those kind of games. Even though it's really cool to have a packed house and it's loud and the energy's off the chain. There's something also to be said for a half, kind of crowd where you can move around, see better, and just it feels more intimate. I guess for me, I don't know how others feel, but that's just the way it kind of feels for me, right?
I'm like you. Two packs sometimes can get. A little
overwhelming.
Sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't go to the bathroom. Can't get the drink. Can't get everything. That just makes the
standing in line, and then you miss the goal, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm out here waiting on this stinking Coke for miss the goal. But I love the Twitter feed last night. I don't know if you saw it or Tim saw it, but it said never in doubt.
Oh, I know.
It was never in doubt. So
it's crazy.
So. I don't know if we talked about this last week, and I don't think we did, but Havoc added a couple of skaters, Hunter Atchison and Alden Weller. Have you been around them much or had the opportunity to see them skate?
I haven't. Some of the guys here, like I said, they've released all the COVID protocols, but still, it's been kind of like I said for me. It's been, getting used to it. To where I hadn't even walked in. Literally, when I did a thing for Channel 48 the other morning, it was the first time that I'd been in the locker room in over a year and a half.
Wow.
Which was weird. It's kind of like, oh gosh, and I, went in to see Coach Glenn and Coach Stu, and it was just kind of like, hey, is it cool? Is it cool for me to come in and talk to you guys? I hadn't really been around the players as much, but hopefully that'll change him some here soon. But yeah, Glenn's always brings in the fast guys. He always brings in the high character guys. I mean, he's been able to do that since the very beginning. So pretty much when you see them, you can almost look at it. You can look at their height, you can look at their weight, and you kind of know what he's building. I mean, it's kind of interesting to see. He's kind of got a pretty slick formula.
I think about Coach a lot, and he's been so successful for so long. And you may or may not know, and you may or may not want to share, but I mean, has he not had offers to possibly move up in a bigger league?
He has, and he has, and that's a good question, and this will actually tell you even more about Glenn DeTulio and his character. So Glenn and his wife Jen. Glenn played all over, traveling with hockey, even played overseas, had children while they were doing it. So Glenn, once he got the Havoc deal, he made a deal with his wife. He's like, we'll stay, and we're not going to go anywhere. He wants to see his kids get through school and through high school. She was doing a pretty good photography business until COVID hit. And she did a lot of the photography for a lot of the school sports and things like that. So now she's doing some real estate. But, he just said, hey, I don't want to do this to my family. I want to give them steady school, give them, friends and things like that. So, I mean, it was a big, because for instance, like Jesse Kalecki, who's was one of our coaches. He's now with a Florida team up in the AHL,
Wow.
So
okay.
Or ECHL, but I mean, I think he may be the head coach now. I mean, so yeah, Glenn has had multiple opportunities to go, and he's just a family guy. He loves this area. I mean, Keith Jeffries is probably giving him a contract that's probably equal to some of the higher leagues, but just knows that Glenn's a quality guy. From an owner standpoint, it's good to. He has that comfort knowing that Glenn's only going to get these type of players. You don't see anything in the news of this Havoc player getting a DUI or some bad thing. You just don't see it, and I think Keith has comfort in that, and we got a good thing going. It's the Havoc's a different animal compared to most minor league sports around. I mean, it's a mission as well as it is a team.
Yeah. And it's been a great husband and a great dad, and like I said, I always assumed that he had to have had offers at some point, but it's really cool, and you know what, great for our community and great for the Havoc. He's
absolutely
willing to stay. So,
yep.
So the next game is what next?
The 29th.
Okay,
yeah.
Halloween.
Friday night, the 29th.
No, it's a big break.
Oh, Friday night. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Halloween is Saturday.
But I don't think they have a game. They just have the one game on the Friday night, the 29th. There's no game on the 30th.
Well, maybe that's the Halloween thing then.
Yeah, okay. Friday night. I guess it's kind of like, it's almost like our wives' birthdays. You get to spread it out. Halloween, we can spread it out for a month, I guess, if we want to do that.
Okay. Well, I knew we'd had some folks that had won, ticket winners that did come in and wanted to go to that game. So that's why I remember that. Okay, so we're not supposed to have Coach McGee on today. He's down in Tuscaloosa for homecoming and all the festivities and everything. And so we'll just get our James Clemens update from you since you were there last night.
That would work. That was a fun night, and exciting. The James Clemens players, the seniors, they always call themselves, a squadron. And then they number the year of the school. So, this is the 10th year of James Clemens football. So kind of cool that Squadron 10 went with a perfect 10-0 last night, beating Albertville, and it was just a big night. And and it's these kids have worked really, really hard, and these seniors. huge accomplishment. I mean, the first seniors to win at least multiple region championships. They beat Bob Jones every year that they played them.
Wow.
And then to be able to go in, and I guess they'll play that November 4th, that Thursday night. Coach McGee and then picked the Thursday night game. They could have choice for a Thursday or Friday. So they're going to play that Thursday night, November 4th at Madison City Stadium, and it'll be against Oak Mountain.
Okay. I was wondering who they were going to play.
They lost to Hugh Trustful last night, but I mean, heck, when I announced the score last night that the unbeatable Thompson team, went down to Hoover last night, and that was so at least they're beatable. But I mean, I think these guys are going to get a bye week, so they're off this week. So it worked out pretty good. That a lot of seniors and players kind of banged up over the season, and going to get some chance to recoup and let their bodies heal and just go after it. I mean, I was talking to Coach McGee last night, and it's like in any situation, if you want to win a state championship, you got to beat all the big dogs anyway. So
that's right.
Not
whether they're first or last.
You play when you play, kind of thing. You just got to go and play your game. Yeah. So I think they're an exciting team. Young on the defensive side, but some the Dante Snodgrasses and the Gio Lopez's are exciting to watch. So an Albertville team that they could. Chip English is a great guy, coached over at Grissom. You hate to see them kind of get beat like that, but he's a good quality guy, and I think you'll see that Albertville team will get better.
Yeah, he'll turn it around. And the good thing about James Clements being off is that Oak Mountain's got a game Thursday night against Hewitt Trustful, so or I believe that's right. No, they lost to Hewitt Trustful the other night. They are
last playoffs.
Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, and of course Oak Mountain's 6-3, 4-3 in the region. So, and they play in a tough region. So, but they have to come up here, and that's the good thing. So
absolutely, and we kind of got the environment right now. We've jumped in with a pretty good sound system and stuff. So we've kind of turned the Friday nights at Madison City Stadium into a pretty rocking atmosphere. Yeah. So it's been really fun this year to see them do that.
Yeah, and I think the last time James Clements played Oak Mountain, we went down and covered that first round game and came back. Well, it was a long trip back. I'll just put it that way.
So little revenge.
Yeah, and that's been probably 4 or 5 years ago, I guess. Yeah. So that might have been the first year they made it into the playoffs. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't think any of these kids that are playing now were even on that team. Probably.
No, that was back when Monty Rice was playing, and some of those. LeBrian Ray. So
one cool thing he said, Clay, is just think about it. It's, 20 years from now, your buddies that you grew up with that went to Bob Jones, you're still going to be hanging that over their head.
Absolutely.
That in 4 tries, man, y'all never could beat us. That's awesome.
Well, we printed out a shirt for the kids, and I think it's one of those things. It may come back to bite them next year if they're playing, but it was the Madison City Bowl T-shirt that just said "Our City."
Oh,
I was like, woo! So I'm sure that the Bob Jones crew not liking that one, because they own the series still. I mean, they're 6-4, but JC's won 4 straight. So
yep, and just catching up. So, well, Clay Ben, thanks so much for spending some of your Saturday morning with us. We appreciate you as always.
Appreciate it. Go Havoc and go Jets.
There you go. Hope you have a great weekend, buddy. All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Take care. That was Clay Coleman of the Huntsville Havoc, and also giving us our James Clements report. So we appreciate him for that. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll hopefully be joined by Coach Jeff Pugh of the East Limestone Indians. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKC, the Big 1080.
Congratulations to Robert Ritchie, Terry Helen, Christopher White, Maria Davis, Sean Daly, and Keisha Hargrove, this week's Howl with the Havoc winners. They each pick up tickets to see the Huntsville Havoc in action this season. Enter your name for our weekly drawing at tailgatetalk.net, and you may be one of our next winners. Tailgate Talk will be right back.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community will recognize. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I'm a First National Bank Student Advisory Board member, Rainey Oakley, from Elmont High School. I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great, member FDIC.
Smith's Heating and Cooling in Elmont is your friendly local contractor servicing most brands of equipment and proudly installing industry-leading ream systems. Whether it's an air conditioner, gas furnace, heat pump, or indoor air quality system, Smith's Heating and Cooling takes pride in their exceptional installation and 24/7 customer service after the fact. They offer financing too. Call 777-5450 today to schedule an appointment or a free no-obligation consultation. Smith's Heating and Cooling. Call 777-5450. Visit them on Facebook or online at smithsheatingandcoolingllc.com.
Hey guys, this is Joanna Clem for CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. I'd like to personally invite you to visit CEI Bookstore. While you're here, you'll find a wide selection of Bibles, gift items, trustworthy study materials, and more for you and your church. Our friendly staff will be happy to help you with your selections while you shop in the store. We even offer personalized Bible imprinting and gift wrapping. Not in the Athens area? Enjoy shopping with us online at truthbooks.com. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications, taking his hand, helping each other home.
At Hendricks Power Washing and Striping, your property is their priority. Power washing, striping, seal coating, crack filling, and asphalt maintenance, rain or shine, day or night. Call Colby for a free quote at 256-763-1740. Visit their Facebook page and see what they've done for other satisfied customers. Give your home or business that brand spanking new look, courtesy of Hendricks Power Washing and Striping. Licensed and insured. Call 256-763-1740. Hendricks Power Washing and Striping. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with a Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hey, this is Kez McCorvey, former Florida State All-American wide receiver and Detroit Lion, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We're joined on the tailgate, or the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great. With us right now is Coach Jeff Pugh, head coach of the East Limestone Indians. Coach, man, tough game last night, tied up 21 at halftime, and I know Sylvania's a really good team, but what happened second half, man? Was it shooting in the foot, or was it just their defense was that good, or what happened, man?
We didn't do very well. Didn't do a good job executing the second half, and only had the ball 4 times in the whole second half. They had 2 90-yard-plus drives.
Oh, wow.
We couldn't stop them. That hurt us. I think it just let the air out of our kids. Kids just didn't seem to play as hard second half yesterday. So I don't know why, but at 21-21, we knew we had trouble defensively. We tried to make some adjustments at the half. And we slowed them down a little bit, but we knew their offense, that quarterback, and they had a couple of good receivers, and one of them got injured early in the game, but the other one, we never did cover him all night long. So we had our opportunities, but just let them go.
Was it one of those deals where, I mean, did they face a lot of third downs and y'all just couldn't get them off the field, or I mean, big plays? Well, obviously, I guess it wasn't too many big plays if it was that long, because that takes up so much of the time of the clock.
They converted 9 third downs in the second half.
That's brutal.
That's one of those deals where we tried to put everybody we could, and when they're going 3 by 1 and got a back flaring out the backfield, you got to have 4 people to cover.
Yeah.
And it makes it tough, because if their matchups are better than who we're trying to put on them, it makes it tough. But we tried to put the best people we had on them, and that quarterback was good enough to still put the ball on the money. What really hurt us was I told them this was a game that, just like last year, they're so good offensively, you about got to match scores with them and just hope you get a stop.
Yeah.
So I thought about onside kicking every time we kicked off because you got to get an advantage by getting the ball one more time than they do.
Yeah, listen, they're a really good team. They ended up 8-2, 5-1 in their region. So hopefully that it was kind of a game that'll get you prepared for a cross point, or center point, excuse me, who comes up on in the playoffs.
I will tell you this: they've got, I've already been watching film. They've got one heck of a running game at center point. They got some receivers they can throw to too, and a good quarterback. So it's going to be a challenge for us. But like I told the kids last night, for whatever reason, we didn't get it done in the second half. But now, you lose, you go home. So we got to be ready in 2 weeks. So we got an off week. We got 2 weeks to get ready for them. So maybe that'll be to our advantage.
Yeah, and like you said, you get beat, you go home. So that's the best motivation you can possibly have to focus and prepare and work hard next couple of weeks to get ready. Center point average is about 30 points a game and giving up about 17. So it sounds like it's kind of one of those Sylvania type teams that can obviously score and don't give up a whole lot. So, I'm sure you're going to have your work cut out for you to get them ready.
Yeah, that's what the playoffs are all about, Todd. You know that. So we'll try to get ready. We're going to prepare as hard as we can. And, what it comes down to is the kids have to turn it up a notch in the playoffs if they want to continue to be able to play the next week and continue the season. We've had our ups and downs this year. I'm really disappointed that we've lost 3 games in the fourth quarter. That makes or breaks the season. You got to win those games.
Yeah,
we're going to have a lot of people back next year. We're actually young on the field right now, but they got to learn. You got to finish.
Got to close.
We didn't finish well last night.
That is absolutely true. And that's not a typical East Limestone style team. Usually, y'all are the ones that close it in the fourth, and don't let it slip. But hopefully they have learned from that and carrying that on into the playoffs and next year. Before I forget, with all that you've got going on in the course of a week between school and practice and preparing for a team and playoffs, special young man's birthday was yesterday, Brendan Ashmore, and y'all took the time out to invite him to the pregame meal and give him a cake. And I got to see Brendan a little bit last night, and you had that dude on cloud 9, man. So I just wanted to give you a shout out for that. That was really special.
Yeah, man. Look, I wish I was Brendan Ashmore the way he got treated on his birthday yesterday. I ain't never had a birthday like that.
He was the king.
Man,
There's no doubt.
Love Brendan. I told him it's hard to believe he's 23 years old, but I told him yesterday, I said, man, you look 37. You got to shave that beard.
We get on to him about that all the time, either. You calling it a beard, that's been pretty gracious. There's some fuzz on his face.
Yeah, I told him, I said, dude, you look like you could make me a good oak table. You look like a Mennonite. You got the doggone do something.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, mate. Well, what are you thinking about the Tennessee-Alabama game since you're headed down that way?
Well, Tennessee, the controversy and all the stuff they got going on around the program right now, both for Jeremy Pruitt and what happened at the Ole Miss game, I think that's going to take away from their, and always when you got those outside distractions, unless their coach did a good job of keeping that from interfering with practice, it's probably going to affect them a little bit, what they've been doing. And you don't need that when you're playing Alabama. Y'all know that.
Oh, yeah.
I know this. If there's any motivation at all, I think it's 14 years since they beat Alabama. Lord have mercy.
That's incredible, man.
You know they got to have that's got to motivate them some anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, anytime somebody comes up against them, when you're on the top of the mountain, everybody wants to knock you down. So they're going to give you their best without a doubt. So Alabama's used to that, but still, hopefully, it's going to be a great environment. It should be. It's always allowed for a UT Bama game and atmosphere, especially a night game, man. So y'all are going to have a wonderful time.
It'll be a great atmosphere. And I know that Tennessee, just like everybody else, they're going to give Alabama their best. And it'll be a notch on their totem pole. They can knock off Alabama and everybody else, too. That's the way it is. Just like you said, you get up there on the top, everybody's gunning for you. That changes people's lives when they beat somebody like Alabama.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Hopefully they'll be keeping an eye out for golf balls too. Who brings a golf ball to a football?
Who brings
game?
a mustard bottle?
Well, I mean, you got hamburgers there.
Well, I guess.
Maybe they don't get enough mustard.
I tell you what, as much as people love Saban at Alabama, they hit him with a mustard bottle. I can imagine it's going to be some bad stuff going down at Bryant-Denny.
Yeah, they better hope the cops get there before the fans do, because that'd be a beatdown.
You got that right. Some things you just don't do.
Nope.
Well, let's move on to our senior spotlight, and I think this would be your last one. Last senior.
Yeah, today I'd like to do Caden Newton. This kid moved into us from Ardmore this year, and I know it was a tough decision for him. He got grown up and lived in Ardmore his whole life. His family's an Ardmore family, but they made the decision to come to East Limestone. And I tell you what, I know it's been good for him, but it hasn't been near as good for him as it has for us. He's been our best offensive lineman. Kid don't say much, but on Friday night in practice, he gives you everything he's got. He played center for us. He made the calls. He's learned our offense. He's a very smart young man. And if we've got any this year that can go to the next level, he's one of the guys that can because of his intelligence. He's got strength. He's good with his technique. So Kate's just been a joy to coach. He's played both ways. You never hear him complain. He's just a good kid. Comes from a good family. So Caden Newton's our senior spotlight today.
Okay. Cool. And I know this kid is not a senior, but I'm going to go ahead and spill the beans. I haven't announced it yet, but Alex Mason was our co-athlete of the week this week. We actually had a tie this week. So Alex was one of our athlete of the week winners this week, too.
That's awesome. But Alex made a lot of plays for us this year. The good thing about Alex is I remember a lot of times Gene Stallings said this, he's back next year. That's a good thing about Alex. We got him back another year. Kid's got speed, works hard. He's a special teams threat, and he's done a good job for us this year on offense, too.
Well, good deal. Well, Coach, man, y'all be safe going down and coming home, and have a wonderful day. It's going to be perfect weather for football. Might get a little chilly down there, but I'm sure y'all stay warm enough. And hope you have a couple of great weeks of practice, in preparation for Center Point, man, okay?
All right, man. I appreciate y'all. We got a game coming up in the playoffs that gives us hope, and so I'm hoping for Alabama to get a big win today too. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, buddy. All right, that was Coach Jeff Pugh, head coach of East Limestone Indians, and we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKC, the Big 1080.
Go to your Amazon Echo and say Play Tailgate Talk, or your Google Home device and say Play Applebee's Tailgate Talk, and hear the show in crystal clear quality. We'll be back with more Tailgate Talk after this. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy.
This is Bella LaFontaine with Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We take care of all the basics. We take care of cockroaches, ants, wasps. As far as rodents go, most places they'll trap or poison, and that's the end of it. What we do is we're actually going to find the entry points, and we're going to take care of that for you. We do a lot of work with a lot of realtors here in town to bring houses to the closing table. So one of the big things about us is that we're not a sales company. We are a service provider. So we're not looking to meet a sales quota. We're looking to get a house ready to go to closing and get our customers taken care of. This is Bella LaFontaine, Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We are located at 3413 6th Avenue in Huntsville, Alabama. Phone number is 256-701-7095.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. Need custom screen printing or other promotional products? Got You Covered Screen Printing and More in Athens is, well, got you covered. Screen printing, promotional items, stickers, graphic design, vinyl for signs and garments, and other customized products. They also offer local pickup and delivery services, rush orders, volume discounts, and can customize any project to meet your needs. Got You Covered guarantees to get the job done and will work hard to make sure you're completely satisfied. Call today, 444-4500, or stop by and see them at 389 West Sandifer Road in Athens. Got You Covered Screen Printing and More. Check out the WKAC sports page. Go to WKAC1080.com and click on the WKAC sports icon. You can listen to the current sports stream as well as game archives, past coaches shows, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk on demand. If you're on your smartphone, you can stay automatically updated as new items are posted. The WKAC sports page. Another reason why your best source for Limestone County sports is WKAC1080.com and 1080 WKAC.
This is James Clements girls basketball coach Monica Maxwell, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Joining us right now on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great, is Tanner head football coach, Tanner Rattlers, Oscar Bonds. Coach, man, we were talking off air. Tough game last night. Talk us through about it a little bit.
Well, it's for the region championship, and both teams, I thought it was a well-played game. It may have been maybe 5 or 6 penalties the whole game, so it's a pretty clean game. It was a defensive game, if you ask me. 0-0 with about a minute left before half, and we got stopped on 4th and goal from inside the 1, around the 1. And so went to halftime 0-0. Third quarter, they faked the punt and hit a pass play and got on the punt and got it down to about the 20. And then the running back scored, broke a couple tackles and scored. They went up 6-0. They went for 2 and we stopped them. So it was 6-0. We moved the ball, but they stopped us. We get a 3 and out on them. And then in the fourth quarter, we finally drive it down there, we score and go up 7-6 with about 7 minutes left in the game. I think we had them on like 3rd and 12, and we get a holding on the defensive back. So they end up having like 3rd and 3, and they got 4 yards. And so they get about the 48-yard line, about the 45 on our side of the field with about 4 minutes and some change, like 50-something seconds. I think it's 1st and 15. And my defensive back, he gets beat on a go route. Looking in the backfield, got behind him. and they caught the touchdown pass. They went for 2 and got it. Went up 14-7. But we answered right back, drove it down, and scored 51 seconds, 14-13. Pretty much ran the ball down there, running pretty much kick out. We was having a lot of success. They really couldn't stop the run. We moved the ball at will for most of the game. We just couldn't finish inside the red zone. But we scored, and we decided we was going to go for the win because we wasn't going up there to play for overtime. You know, we tried to instill confidence in our players, and they felt like they could get it. So, you know, I trust my players, and we went for it. But they made the play. They stopped us about the 1 yard line, and so they had pretty much two goal line stops to win the game. That was the difference in the game, 14-13.
Well, and how much time was left at that point?
51 seconds.
Okay.
We had one timeout. We tried the onside. They recovered it and took a knee.
All right. I was wondering.
what a tough defeat, but I love it. I told y'all fair going for it like that, especially on the road, and you know, that's a long way to go to not come back with a win. So that's really cool to go for it, and I'm glad the kids wanted to go for it as well, man. You know, it shows that they're growing and maturing and you know, understanding the game a little bit too. So,
based off turnovers, they had one interception. They also had an interception inside the 20. So, you know,
so y'all made some plays.
We was moving the ball a good bit on them, but like I always tell the kids, man, the number one thing is who wins the turnover battle. We had one turnover, they had 0, and they won by 1.
Yep.
And that's just the model I go by. So, you know, but it was a well played game, both teams.
I mean, it sounds like it with lack of penalties, and of course, I guess, you know, on their side, making those big defensive stops there on the goal line.
Right.
You know, but those are plays that, you know, that as the kids get older and whatever, they'll start making. Y'all are still relatively young, so and I know that was a long bus ride home without a doubt, but they're gonna remember how that felt, and hopefully next week against Waterloo they'll remember that. And speaking of Waterloo, they're 3-6, 3-5. So here y'all are going into the playoffs, which Waterloo did beat Cherokee last night, 56-0. So obviously they're not a terrible team. But you know, how do you kind of manage that? I mean, obviously you don't want to get anybody hurt, but you don't want to, you know, I don't know. What's your approach? Just play them and.
Well, one thing, we're going to try to get better at things that we need to get better on. So, you know, we want to go out here and execute, and we want to be able to finish inside the red zone. We just want to get better, and if we happen to get up and get a good lead, you know, we want to get some of the other guys in.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know how good Waterloo is. I haven't really watched them. But last year they was pretty tough. But I know they graduated a good bit of seniors. So, I mean, we try to work on us, you know.
Right.
We can control what we do. We need to get better in certain things. You know, I think we play pretty good on defense. We're pretty solid this year on defense because, you know, I've spent a big emphasis, but we gotta finish drives on offense.
Yep, that's what wins games, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And we're going to come out there and do that game against Waterloo Friday night. So,
okay, good deal.
We started your regular season and going to end it up. On Play Action Sports. So,
yeah, we look a lot different from game 1 to now.
Yeah, well, from the way your record has gone,
yeah.
That's I'm thinking, okay, y'all turned it around and pretty quick, and you know, went on a run. So, did we ask him off air who he was playing in the playoffs, right?
Lamar County.
Yeah, Lamar County.
Lamar County.
Yeah, they're the number 2 seed, so they get to play at home against Lamar County.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, without, you know, giving away secrets, I guess, or whatever. But I mean, do you kind of start working on Lamar County a little bit this week, or do you straight Waterloo and then you worry about Lamar County the following week?
We're gonna focus on Waterloo. I mean, I looked at a film on them before. You know, when we had the break. I always browse at the other region, just kind of see who we match up with. So, I mean, I'm always looking at film.
Okay.
I browsed at them, but we focused on Waterloo and basically on ourselves getting better.
Yeah, okay. Well, good deal. Well, you know, we're proud of y'all, man. Proud of you and your staff, the kids. Like Tim said, y'all have turned it around relatively quickly, man. I can remember when you first came into to the studio here at Applebee's, and it wasn't pretty, but
right.
You have certainly turned it around, Coach. So congratulations, and to you, staff, and the kids, man.
Appreciate that, man. Tell my man at Ardmore, big win. Congrats to him.
All right, we'll do that. We will, man. And
All right.
we appreciate you spending some time with us. All right.
All right, no problem.
All right. That was the head coach of the Tanner Rattlers, Oscar Bonds. And when we come back, we will have with us Missy Tiber, head coach of the UNA women's basketball team. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKC, the Big 1080.
You can help Limestone County student athletes by donating to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship. Send it in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama, 35613, or make it in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. We'll be back with Tailgate Talk after this.
This is Joanna for CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. Many of you are searching for Bible study materials for your Bible classes. Our best-selling Bible curriculum, Discovering God's Way, is a reliable tool for teaching students of all ages through the Bible in its entirety. We're sure you'll love this curriculum, and if you'd like to see other options of Bible classes, we'll be happy to help you select from our topical studies. So stop struggling with the search and come by and let us help you select reliable and meaningful study materials for your class today. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications, taking his hand, helping each other home.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
Quality Vinyl is on your side. Quality Vinyl in Athens has been in business since 1987, offering great prices and service the whole time. What has changed is the technology of their products. From vinyl siding and shutters, sunrooms and screen rooms, to doors, windows, columns, and rails. Quality Vinyl, located on the corner of Highway 72 and Reed Road in Athens, just 6 miles west of I-65. Call 232-2665 or visit them online at qualityvinyl.net. Quality Vinyl is on your side. The Play Action Sports Report is back in podcast form. Look for it every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform. The Play Action Sports Report. Scores, interviews, highlights, and more from school, youth, and amateur sports in Athens and Limestone County. The Play Action Sports Report every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform or online at pasnetwork.net.
Hey, this is Mark Littell, former pitcher for the Kansas City Royals and the St. Louis Cardinals, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We're now joined by our special guest, sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing, UNA women's head basketball coach, Missy Tiber. Coach, thanks so much for joining this morning. How are you doing?
Hey, good morning. It's a beautiful morning. So
it is a beautiful morning.
Just out taking a little stroll with my 2 little ones.
I was going to say, you got those 2 little ones. I'm sure they're running around and loving this weather.
Yeah, they're with me, and we're getting ready to go cheer on the UNA football team here in a little bit. So
you can't beat that for a good day.
No.
So my name's Todd, and of course you spoke to Tim. It's going to be us 2 talking with you. Listen, tip-off's right around the corner. It is here. And November 4th, y'all are having the Purple Pandemonium to kick off the season. That's coming up. And then November 9th, Blackburn College, correct?
Yes, we're so excited just to get back to a little bit, some sense of normalcy.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to have the Pandemonium kickoff for a couple years now. So that's that's always an exciting time. You know, when you start feeling this little bit of coolness in the air, you know, basketball's right around the season, and us basketball coaches start getting pretty pumped up about this time of the year. So, you know, we're just really looking forward to it. That's going to be a fun night. That's for men's and women's basketball on November 4th at 7. And it's, you know, it's open to everyone. Of course, our student body and our campus community, but, you know, the Shoals area, everyone is just invited to come out and kind of meet and greet the teams. You know, we'll scrimmage just a little bit, but there'll be some contests and fun stuff. And then, of course, afterwards, we'll sign autographs and get to know everybody a little bit. So we're looking forward to that.
Well, that's awesome. It's wonderful. It's a great way to bring the community in, to introduce the players of both the men's and women's teams. And everybody gets a free T-shirt, right, from my understanding.
That's right.
And I'm sure maybe some posters and other things like that. So that's and like you said, after not being able to do it for 2 years, man, people are clamoring to get back to, like you said, some normalcy and getting those stands to cheer on their UNA Lions, without a doubt.
And it's always fun and exciting to see how pumped up people get for a free T-shirt too. You know what that's like.
That is, yeah, that's
the truth.
You know, it might cost us $3.25 to get these things printed, but these people will come out of the woodwork for these shirts. You know, so
that's an absolute fact.
Yeah,
and I always think every time my assistant coaches pass out these T-shirts to us, that, you know, we get several T-shirts every year. I'm like, the last thing I need in my closet is one more T-shirt.
Yeah, we give away a T-shirt to our athlete of the week every week too, and it's like, man, I think that's probably all we'd really have to give.
That probably goes in the trash.
Yeah,
we
give them a gift card to Applebee's too. But I think the T-shirt is just like the big deal.
We were in the UNA homecoming parade last week, and Johnny Simpson always carries us. Simpson's Collision always carries us on one of his flatbed trucks. So we're on there, and of course I got a bunch of T-shirt wrapped up in the purple and gold ribbon tied around them. We're throwing candy, and we got beads, but we always think all they hear T-shirt. But it's always great. That was a tremendous. Going back to that weekend, that last weekend, we had such an excellent crowd on campus. I mean, that may have been. I've been here through my eight years now, and that was just an awesome crowd down through Pine Street and back up through town. I mean, it was just a really neat feeling. It gives me the goosebumps to think about it. Just the people that truly just come out and support, you know, the local university. It's just awesome to see that.
Yeah, and it is a great community, and a lot of North Alabama and this entire state support UNA Lions. You know,
yeah, they do.
There's so many alumni that still live here, but of course, obviously moved on to other parts of the country, but they still come back for homecoming week to support their Lions and see some of their classmates. So I'm sure it was a wonderful afternoon.
It was, and we had our family weekend too. We invited all the families in from our team, and they came back in, and all the families were just so impressed with the way we do things here, from, you know, the parade to the tailgate. They came over to practice. We had a family tailgate, and Spirit Hill was just packed over there. It was really exciting, and it does, like I said, it gets you back to where we used to be a little bit a couple years ago, and it's just exciting. I think so many people are just, you know, ready to get back out and support, and they do that here, and I'm really thankful to be the coach at UNA and just be a part of this community because of just how accepting and truly caring people are. There is a lot of truth to Southern hospitality. Speaking from a northern girl, I can truly say that. I don't know if it's the weather or whatever, but people in the South are just sincerely just nicer people.
Well, and that's wonderful. That's wonderful to hear. But and in regards to you too, they, you know, obviously they're going to love you because you're so successful. You've brought UNA women's basketball to different heights in your past 8 years, going into your 9th. And now, listen, is this the 3rd or 4th year that y'all been D1? It's the 3rd, right?
This is our 4th and final season. So this time next year, you know, we won't be talking about transition or any of that. We'll be full-fledged. As of full-fledged. I believe it'll be July 1, 2022.
That is
this
awesome.
July.
Oh, okay.
The actual, but once July gets here, we're full go. So, but from a coach's perspective, I mean, we've been playing full D1 schedule, for now our fourth season. But, there's a lot of perks, that come along with that. There's a lot of money on the table for us from an athletic department perspective once we go D1. There's some APR money that we are able to get that will help us, steer us in the right direction. There's still plenty of hurdles that we're trying to jump over and get us where we need to be. And our new athletic director, Josh Looney, is just doing, he's doing a great job. He's hit the road running since he started September 1. And, he's trying to get out and about and meet people and, let them know we're a special place over here. And I think people know that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Speaking of special opportunities, I mean, you open up Blackburn College, but then 2 days later, you're going to be in Rupp Arena.
Yeah, people,
a little different.
People ask me about the schedule a little bit, but we have a very young team, and we had a scrimmage last night, and we didn't win the scrimmage, but we were very competitive, and we played a team that made it to the second round of the NCAA tournament last year, and we were competitive. So I'm pleased with where we're at right now, but we still, I don't know anything about our team. And I knew at this stage I was not going to know anything. Yeah. But at the same time, we have to schedule some guarantee games and bring in some dollars, for the program and for the athletic department. So we won, Blackburn, Kentucky, if you kind of look through the schedule, it's a little bit like that.
One's different than the other.
Yeah, I saw Purdue on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But listen, I mean, y'all been successful, beat Vanderbilt a couple years ago or so and lost a tough one to Missouri. But so it's not like, y'all can't hang with them. You can. So.
Yeah. I really feel like every Power 5 game that we've played in the last several years, we've been competitive. Even last year, we were down a little bit after we graduated that class of 5 seniors, and then you're dealing with a COVID year as well. But, we went to WVU, who, was playing in the NCAA tournament and was to the top of the league in the Big 12, and we were only down 12 in the fourth quarter. It wasn't like, there's a fine line, between the competition levels sometimes. And, maybe we weren't supposed to be down only 12, and we probably weren't supposed to be Vanderbilt. We probably weren't supposed to be in the games at the end with Iowa and Iowa State, but we were. And I think that is something that I've been trying to tell my current team that we were so special at when we first started this transition. No one could tell us any different, that we didn't belong. And that's why the likes of Emma Wallen and Ivy Wallen and Kenesha Colson and Ansley Eubank and Brittany Finette, we were already good at D2. They knew how to win. They already had, so no one was going to tell us we weren't supposed to win those games.
That's right.
So, it's part of a mentality, and that's a mentality we're going to have to have when we go up to Kentucky and play.
That's right.
Well, I was looking at your roster here, and you've got some younger players, but you've gone overseas for some of these. You got one from Poland and Japan and Australia.
Yeah, we've got a couple transfers that we took. Hina Suzuki was on the team a year ago from Japan, but we did take a couple grad transfers. We had a little bit of holes to fill, and we knew we were going to be so young, so we wanted to bring in, just some seasoned players. And Patricia Jaworska from Poland, we went with her, and she was a D2 player. She transferred from D2, but she was an all-conference player. They won their championship, and that kind of goes back to what I was talking about with our team. We were already good at D2, and we had to. So that's kind of why we went that route. We could take, when you're looking at a coach's perspective and you're recruiting and you're looking at transfers, that I would rather take a kid that has had success playing even at the Division II level than maybe someone that's coming from, a D1 that, just really didn't get to play and they're unknown. Yeah. Just because they might have been at a Power 5 school doesn't mean, they're going to help you win if they don't have any experience. So that's why we went that route, and I've been really happy with her play at the point guard position for us so far. So, but yeah, we have a nice mix where we have a very diverse team, and I'm just really happy with the makeup of the team.
It sounds great. And one thing the media doesn't cover very much, or not that really that I've ever seen at all, unfortunately, but Does the transfer portal affect women's basketball like it does in some of the other college sports? I mean, do y'all have a lot of girls that transfer from one university to another? Yeah? Okay.
Certainly. Yeah, it's funny. My assistant coach, we have a staff text message, and she actually just texted a message this morning about, there were a couple players in our conference that are already in the portal.
Wow.
At this stage.
They didn't even played yet.
It's crazy. It's crazy. That portal is just, it's nuts. And, not that we don't get some people in it, but we're going to lose some people in it too. It's just kind of the way it works out. But yes, there were nearly 1,500 females in the portal a year ago.
Amazing. So it sounds like to me,
women's basketball in general.
Yeah, and to me, it sounds more like a headache coming from a head coach standpoint than it does a benefit. But that's just on the outside looking in. I can't imagine.
Because in the past, you would have a kid come talk to you, and they might have been thinking about leaving for, it could be any type of reason. But you could sit there and, you could talk with them, and, you could pretty much block it, from them getting in, transferring. But now, they just have to go to our NCAA compliance guy and say, I want in a portal, and you got to get them in there within a 48-hour business day period. They have to be in there. It's NCAA rules. There's no, I could still talk to them, but if they, they want to get in there, they can just get in there, and they just go straight above my head, where in the past, that's not the way it worked. So.
Well, I would hope that they would want to come to you and speak to you first before doing that, but I'm sure that's not always the case. And that's interesting. I didn't know there was a 48-hour limit on it.
They got to be in there after they come to see you there.
That is tight.
Their name has to be in the portal. Yep. Mm-hmm. And most kids, your kids, every kid doesn't leave just because, they might just leave because they just, they think that they can get more playing time somewhere else. And sometimes, you don't always get it right. Sometimes, every coach isn't for every player, and every player isn't for every system. And sometimes it just doesn't work out.
That part's true.
I transferred after my freshman year. So I get it, and then I end up making the best decision of my life. I probably wouldn't be here talking to you on the phone right now because my the school I transferred to, West Liberty University, that coach just instilled in me a different mentality and the way he believed in me. And then he turned me on to coaching. I had no thought process whatsoever at that stage in my life to ever think about I wanted to be a coach.
Wow.
I wanted to be a sportscaster. I wanted to be more on the side of you guys. That was my passion. That's what I wanted to do. But then it was just a whole different thing. So there's a magnitude of reasons, and sometimes they're good reasons. But I do feel like the NCAA is going to have to put a little bit of a gate on it. Because,
no kidding.
Because it can hurt. It can hurt other. It can hurt the coaches' programs as well too. And the kids on both sides. Because if there's a certain GPA and they leave and they don't have a certain GPA, well, then that hurts your APR. But on their side, they have to make sure they're eligible before they leave. So, there's a lot more to it than just, hey, let me just go in the portal and see what's out there. And sometimes I think a lot of kids found out in the last year or two as well that the grass isn't always greener, and they get in the portal and then they don't find some place to go. Not every kid found a place to go to enter that portal. And, here at UNA, I'm just using us as an example, but our girls are on full rides. They're well taken care of. It's not always, and especially when you're youngsters.
Yeah.
As a freshman right now, there are tons of freshmen that are really questioning right now, like, what in the world did I sign up for? This is
it's such next level, exactly. Yeah,
and I've been a college freshman, and I get that, but this is so hard. What is going to be my role on this? Is this worth it? They're questioning themselves. They're questioning everything, but the answer is yes. It's all going to be worth it. Yeah. It's all going to be worth it. Just buckle down. That's it. Enjoy the process.
Yeah.
And, it's hard
Your
with all the social
coming.
media and stuff. When you've been your high school team's best player, and then you might have to come in and sit your freshman year, that's hard to do.
Oh, yeah.
But I just told one of my freshmen the other day, I can't think of the guy's name right off the top of my head, but he's an NBA guy now, but he played college basketball at Wisconsin. And, he set the bench his freshman year, barely played his sophomore year, got some run his junior year, and then turned out to be really good his senior year, but he enjoyed the process. And now he's making millions of dollars in the NBA.
There we go.
You have to enjoy. You have to just keep working hard and believe in yourself and know something good on the other side is going to happen to you.
And freshmen in general, a lot of them are saying, what in the world have I got myself into? So, I can't imagine the ones that are having to deal with the D1 basketball on top of that, too.
Yeah.
Because, nowadays kids want that instant gratification, right? They, and they don't want to sit and wait and work their way up the ladder and all that. And whether it's D1 basketball or even in the workplace, sometimes. Yep. So,
and I think we all get that way sometimes. You just even like last night after our scrimmage, I was hoping, as naive as this one, you wanted to have more answers. But you scrimmage one time,
Yeah,
you're not gonna have all the answers.
You didn't get your start lineup just out of one game, did you? No.
I still didn't get it. I went in thinking it was one, and I'm like, that's not it. So now you go back this week, and you got a couple weeks to try to fix things up before you play the first game. So it's, you just got to keep working at it. And sometimes it's hard, but every day I just tell our kids that most of the time in this world, you're rewarded for hard work. And if you would just keep working hard, just keep at it. Keep at it. Something good will happen to you.
Absolutely. Speaking of West Liberty, I tried to find your stats from your playing days, and I didn't find the stats, but I did find some old box scores. And you were quite the shooter. Yeah.
And my story is very similar to that guy I was just telling you about at Wisconsin. Didn't play much in my younger...
You can tell that. I looked all the way through. Yeah, absolutely.
Didn't play much my younger days, and then almost averaged 18 a game, close to 18 a game my senior year. And I always say it was because we had a freshman point guard that came in, and she's actually now the head coach at Boston College and one of my real good friends, but she made me look real good. And it's amazing what a point guard can do for the team. And
well, you still had to finish it, though. She got you the ball, but you still had to put it in the hole. So,
man, there's a difference catching the ball and the shooting right in your shooting pocket and being able to finish that thing.
Yeah, when you got a good point guard that can put you in the right position, it certainly helps. Do you ever, when you got some girls that come in and maybe a little cocky, do you ever have to get out there and show them still how it's done?
My mind tells me I can do that still, but my body, no way.
Oh, I understand that.
And these girls, they are so much stronger now. And I was probably 10 pounds more as a player than I am now. So I'm a little thinner now than I was as a player. I was stronger back then. But now these girls are strong. I get in there and I just get that dummy bag out still some and try to beat them a little bit. But man, and it's something that when the head coach gets in there, they just find an extra, they got a 5-gear car and they're driving that thing in 6th gear when you step in there. They're just trying to wear you out. So it's always a lot of fun. But yeah, I would love to be able to still get in there, but unfortunately my body just won't let me anymore. So, but some of my assistant coaches, they get in there with them still. They still are young enough to do that. So.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Coach, listen, thanks so much for spending some of your beautiful Saturday morning with us. I know you got the 2 little ones out and about.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for having me and just, the recognition that you just give to bringing on the coaches from UNA. We appreciate that. And I just want to encourage everybody, if you're not doing anything today, I know our football team would love your support. Zeke is going to run through the helmet on the football field today.
Nice.
So he's pretty pumped up about that. So just a big community day, and come out and support your line. Thank you all so much for having me.
That's awesome. And we'll be rooting for you, and hopefully we'll have you back on before the season's end.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Take care.
That was Lady Women's head basketball coach, the UNA Lions, Missy Tiber. We really appreciate her spending some of her Saturday morning with us. When we come back, we're going to try to get Coach Jonathan Snider of the Ardmore Tigers on the line. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKC, the Big 1080.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint, peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured. Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Smith's Heating and Cooling in Elkmont is your friendly local contractor servicing most brands of equipment and proudly installing industry-leading Rheem systems. Whether it's an air conditioner, gas furnace, heat pump, or indoor air quality system, Smith's Heating and Cooling takes pride in their exceptional installation and 24/7 customer service after the fact. They offer financing too. Call 777-5450 today to schedule an appointment or a free no-obligation consultation. Smith's Heating and Cooling. Call 777-5450. Visit them on Facebook or online at smithsheatingandcoolingllc.com. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. Tune in every Tuesday through Thursday this football season for the WKAC Coaches Shows. Join us as we get the scoop from Ardmore, Athens, Clements, East Limestone, Elkmont, James Clemens, Tanner, and West Limestone. Plus, we give you, the fans, the chance to ask your questions. You can email them to coaches@wkac1080.com or send them to WKAC Coaches Show, P.O. Box 1083, Athens, Alabama 35612. The WKAC Coaches Shows on 1080 WKAC.
Hey, this is Elkmont football coach Michael Pendergrass, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Joining us right now on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great, is Ardmore Tiger head football coach, Jonathan Snider. Coach, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are y'all?
Doing all right, man. Congratulations on the big win.
Yeah, it was a big one.
Tough win.
You know, it was a tough win. You know, May Jemison brought in a lot of speed. They're huge, you know, really, really good team. But, man, I'm going to tell you, our kids were resilient. They fought. We went up 15-0, gave up a couple of scores late, had to recover an onside kick. But, you know, we answered the bell this week, and, man, I'm really, really proud of them. It was a win or go home situation where we win, we're in. We lose, we don't make the playoffs. And, you know, our kids answered the bell. They played with confidence. And, man, I couldn't be prouder of a group of kids and what I am ours, you know, right now. It's a good feeling to be able to get in the playoffs and see what happens.
That's awesome. And you were mentioning how big May Jemison kids are. They're huge. I'm sure this morning your front lines on both sides of the ball are beat up and bruised and wanted to soak in a hot bath or something. Big boys.
A little bit easier to recover, though, after a win.
Oh, absolutely, especially a win that gets you into the playoffs.
Yeah.
We were talking off air, and you mentioned that, and y'all are playing Alexandria there, unfortunately. But you know what? You're in, and you have an opportunity. So, of course, you got one game between Alexandria and them, and that's West next week. You know, that's kind of one of those kind of catch games, right? Where, you know, what do you do as a coach? Obviously, you want to win the game, but you don't have any implications as far as getting into the playoffs or not because you're there. So how do you approach it? Do you approach it as a regular type situation? You know, play everybody, rest the ones that might need resting, or you know, what do you do? Or have you thought that far ahead yet?
Oh, we're going to go try to win a ball game. I mean, you know, our kids don't get many opportunities. You know, we work year round football and you know, lifting off season, you know, whatever it is, and they essentially get 10 opportunities, you know, to I guess be rewarded for their hard work, you know, whereas, you know, you get in other sports, basketball, baseball, whatever, you play 2 or 3, 4 times a week, Football, you practice all week, you play once. You practice all week, you play once. So, we're going to go into it. It's a big rivalry for us, a senior night for us at Cooper Field. So, it's a big night for our seniors. We're not going to, we're going to lay it all on the line. I mean, we got a little momentum, so we're going to use that to our advantage. Shelby does a good job over there. They got really, really good players. West is always tough. Yeah. And it is a little bit different situation. But we're going to take it in stride. We're going to do everything we can to go win the football game.
That's the way to approach it. And I tell you what, it's going to probably help the kids get prepared for the following week against Alexandria, because West Limestone's going to hit you. I mean, it's going to be a hard hitting game. It'll be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very physical. I know Shelby and them, that's what they preach over there, and they have for years. I mean, I remember back when my daddy was the head coach at Lexington, we would play West Limestone back in the 80s, and they had some really, really good teams. But you talking about some of the most, physical games that you would. And of course, I'm a manager on the sideline, standing watching, and don't really know about it. But hearing him come home and talk about how physical they were, so West Limestone's always been that sort of that blue collar, hard, tough nosed, group of kids, and that's how they're always going to play.
And you're right, and that's so true. It has been that way for decades now. So absolutely. Yep. So do you know much? And I'm not trying to move forward, really, but I mean, have you even glanced at Alexandria yet, or you just? I mean, I don't know anything about them. I don't know their record.
I mean, they're undefeated. I know that.
Oh,
them and Leeds played last night for their region championship. They beat Leeds pretty good. I don't know anything about Leeds. I don't know anything about any of them other than I'd look to see who we would cross with. And then last night after our game, somebody said that Alexandria had won. So we started preparing, to set some things up for that. But I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna be as focused on West Limestone just like it's it's the next game. We're not going to look ahead to the playoffs. We're going to enjoy this win this weekend, but then come Monday morning we're going to get back to it and get ready for West, and then let the chips fall where they may, moving forward.
Yeah, and the great thing about Ardmore is, man, y'all's community is so good at supporting those kids, and so even though Alexandria's a long ways away, and they're going to be at the West game next week, and they're going to be at that Alexandria game as well.
Yep,
so
that's right. It's been great support, man.
So those kids are gonna know it, and they're gonna feel it, So we're excited for you. I don't know. Tim may know. You may know, but I don't know when the last time Ardmore was in the playoffs.
I was just thinking the same thing.
It was 2013.
Oh wow! Okay, so that's a big deal. Congratulations, man. That's phenomenal. First year there, and you and your staff and the kids should be commended. Absolutely.
Well, our kids and our coaches, man, they lay it all on the line. I'm fortunate to be a part of it, and blessed to be part of such a great community. And the kids, man, they're awesome. I mean, they lay their guts out. Doesn't matter what they're doing, they lay their guts out, and that's all you can ask for.
That's all you can ask.
It's up to us coaches to put them in a position to be successful, and we were fortunate enough last night to do that. So we'll see where it goes.
Well, let's move on to a senior spotlight here. Who can we do?
We'll do Cole Tipton.
Okay.
Cole Tipton's a offensive lineman for us. He's a 3-year starter at Ardmore. He is a fantastic leader for our football program. He's a strong kid, a very explosive kid, very smart. Does a good job of understanding what we try to do up front. Understands how to make adjustments. Comes from a great family. Been raised the right way. He's a very, very down to earth kid. Good teammate, good with our young kids. I have a 7-year-old. He's really good with him, so just a very, very personable, great young man, and does a really, really good job on our offensive line. Great job being physical and asking and doing what we ask him to do. So I'm glad Cole's an Ardmore Tiger.
That's awesome, man. Well, Coach, congratulations once again on making the playoffs and on a great season. It's not quite over yet. One more regular season game, so good luck against West next week. We'll be rooting for y'all, and and good luck with practice this week and preparing for West. Okay.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me on.
All right, man. Well, take care.
Bye-bye.
All right. That was a head football coach of the Ardmore Tigers, Jonathan Snider, We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Michael Parker, head coach of the Clements Colts. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKC, the Big 1080.
Missed part of this week's show? Archives are available on our website. You can also hear us on your favorite podcast platform, including iTunes, Google, Amazon, and more. Just check out the podcast page at tailgatetalk.net for a list of available apps and links. We'll be back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this. Quality Vinyl is on your side. Quality Vinyl in Athens has been in business since 1987, offering great prices and service the whole time. What has changed is the technology of their products. From vinyl siding and shutters, sunrooms and screen rooms, to doors, windows, columns, and rails. Quality Vinyl, located on the corner of Highway 72 and Reed Road in Athens, just 6 miles west of I-65. Call 232-2665 or visit them online at qualityvinyl.net. Quality Vinyl is on your side. If you're running out of space and a yard sale just isn't an option, Midpoint Storage and Buddy Box Storage gives you the choice. Midpoint Storage on Highway 72 East has traditional or climate-controlled units along with spaces for your boat or RV. Buddy Box offers convenient, secured, portable storage units delivered right to your home. They're both locally owned, too. Call 256-800-4249. Look for them on Facebook or online at midpoint.storage.com or buddyboxstorage.com. It's a win-win situation. Midpoint Storage and Buddy Box Storage. 256-800-4249. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community will recognize. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I'm First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Carla Serrato from Tanner High School, and I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great. Member FDIC.
Want to howl with the Havoc this season? Now's your chance from Tailgate Talk and the Huntsville Havoc. Just go to tailgatetalk.net and register your name. Then listen to Tailgate Talk Saturday mornings at 10 as we announce the weekly winners of Huntsville Havoc tickets. Howl with the Havoc this season from the Huntsville Havoc, Tailgate Talk, and 1080 WKAC.
Hello, this is Calvin Smith, former world record holder in the 100 meters, 1984 and 88 Olympian, and former Alabama track athlete. And you're listening to Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. I'm Todd Tomlin, joined by producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We've given Jay and Tom the day off so they can go enjoy some college football. And joining us right now on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great, we've got head coach of the Clements Colts, Michael Parker. Coach, how you doing?
Doing good, man. How are y'all?
We're fine, man. First of all, congratulations. Not just on your third win in a row, but that third win got you into the playoffs, man. That's incredible, and we're proud of y'all.
Hey, I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it a lot. Thank y'all for coming out last night.
Well, and everybody enjoyed being there. And that was a big win. They, a few weeks back, it really was gloom and doom. It was.
It was.
And so to me, it's just been one of the best turnarounds that I've seen in a long, long time on any level. So hats off to you and the coaching staff, especially the kids, and especially the ones that wanted to stay and work through it and buy into what you want to do and how you want to do it.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's the true form of what a team is supposed to be, from top to bottom. So, you know, we just hope and we'll be rooting that this momentum continues for y'all.
Well, I appreciate it, man. You're right. It was gloom and doom there for a little while, and the reason it was so bad on me is I knew what type of team I could have had, you know, and what I could have had at that point. So we just wasn't performing and executing real well. So I knew what our potential was, but we just wasn't getting it done. So it was disheartening there for a little while.
Oh man, I can't imagine. I mean, you see it as a coach, but the kids aren't seeing it.
Right.
And I'm sure looking back, maybe not now, but at the end of the season, you know, regardless of how far y'all go, and hopefully it's far, you know, they're going to look back and probably kick themselves in the tail for not performing at the level they should have earlier in the year.
I mean, you know, you go back through the year, we lost to Colbert Heights 20-12, and you know, left 28 points out on the field, just dropped touchdown passes. So that's a win. You could have been third right there. So to Phil Campbell, they got after us pretty good, and I don't think our kids fully expected that to happen. But you know, you line up and play the region champion toe to toe for 3.5 quarters.
Yeah.
And or 2.5 quarters. I'm sorry. And then you know, they get on you 2 touchdowns. We sort of fold camp. But you know, going in halftime, you're down 14-12 to the region champions, and play. I think it was 5 minutes to go before it was 20-12. So 5 minutes to go in third quarter. So you know, just the potential I knew was there wasn't coming out, and knowing that the time you put into it, and the time the kids put into it, and just the mentality and mindset of not going after it, and that was the case. You know, our kids have a tough time believing in themselves. And I wish they believed in themselves as much as I believe in them, and we would be real successful. But you know, we're gonna get there.
Yeah, you will. I mean, you're already starting to show signs of that. I mean, of course, last night y'all beat Elkmont 47-22. I listened to some of the game. I told Tim I flipped over there, and y'all had just gone up right before the half, like 40. Something to whatever 10 or something, I don't know. And unfortunately I didn't listen to much more of it, Coach, because I felt like y'all pretty much had it well in hand. But you know, to put up that many points in the first half, man, holy smoke! Did y'all score on almost every possession? I mean, I guess you had to, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think we went up 40 to 6 at halftime, and you know, I was trying to get my JV kids. They've been a couple of weeks since they'd gotten to play because of cancellations and stuff. I was just trying to get those kids a half to play.
Yeah.
But you know, Coach Pendergrass is doing a good job over there. I'm not bashing him by no means. He's doing a good job. I told him this morning on the phone they look like a football team. You know, so he's gonna get it turned around.
Yeah, he will. I mean, it's, you know, it's just one of those situations. First of all, I mean, you can only do with what you got to work with, and those kids are working hard, and they're going to get bigger and stronger, and you know, maybe not faster. That's usually a God-given thing, but you know, I know he'll continue to work them to get them to a higher level without a doubt. But so,
well, were you going to move on to next week?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before you do. Jaden Gilbert was our player of the night last night, and he's just a 10th grader.
Oh, wow.
He is.
So talk a little bit about him.
Man, that kid is special. You know, we had a couple of situations last night where, you know, Elkmont made a few stops on us, and we got in a third down long situation, and we had some penalties there. Just turned to him, you know, third down 12, third down 15, and turned to him to use his speed and athleticism and get us first down, and we were able to go back to running a regular offense. You know, but you know, when you got a kid like that you can turn to and say, "Hey, I need 12 yards," and he go gets it for you. He's pretty special. But that kid is a great athlete, but he is a better kid. Can't ask for a better kid than that. He takes his leadership role. Finally, he takes his leadership role and leads the football team. Took a little while for him to bite into that being a leader as a 10th grader, but he is, and the kids look to him to lead them and to create that spark that they need to win a game.
Do you feel like, Coach, him being a 10th grader, do you feel like that might have held him back, in his mind, thinking he didn't want to step on toes of juniors and seniors? Or
yeah, I guess so. I think he's a great athlete, but he's still a 10th grader, so his mindset's not there yet as I'm the best player on the field tonight. But now it's coming around.
Starting to click, huh?
Yeah, he's starting to click and understand that he's the better athlete on the field. Makes unbelievable plays for us all the time. So threw the ball well last night. So he's coming around. He's going to be really, really good for us. I mean, he's good for us now, but he's going to be really good for us.
Yep.
Special kid.
So next week you're at Hatton, is that correct?
Yeah.
5-4 and 3-3 they are, and they're coming off 3 wins in a row themselves. They beat Sheffield last night 38-24. So something's going to have to give, right? One of y'all is going to have to. I don't know anything about Hatton, but with y'all, and I've asked the other coaches this as well, they're in the same situation. Do you go in that game with the straight mentality of we're playing it to win it and playing everybody at all costs, or do you?
He's looking forward to beating his old team.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I wish we were good enough to say, hey, no, we're just going, we're going to get through it without injury or whatever. Well, we're not there yet. We're going out to try to win the football game, regardless of what it takes. Coach Bowen and I are great friends, and he does an excellent job up there. Those guys are always big, they're always strong. So we've got our work cut out for us, and that we did move the game to Thursday night, so he'll be played next Thursday night. He made the playoffs last night as well. So.
Oh, okay. So y'all are the same situation then.
Yeah, that trip down to Montgomery on Saturday morning rough. You had to play a football game on Friday night, so he wanted to change it to Thursday.
You know what? Good for y'all. You know what? That was smart. Yeah. I don't blame y'all. No kidding.
So we're going to play Thursday night, head down to Montgomery Saturday morning.
All right. And then so you head down to Montgomery Saturday morning, and that following Friday you head down to Winfield.
That's right.
First round playoff. Have you even kind of glanced at them, taken a look at them yet, or you just
I've got one film on them right now.
Okay.
I don't. I fully expected East Lawrence to beat Calvert Heights last night. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
If they would have beat Calvert Heights, we'd been third. So I've got more film on Oakman than I did Winfield. So I've got to go out and get some film on Winfield now.
Well, that messed up plans, didn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's okay.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have. At least you're in the playoffs, and you can find film. Yep. It's I'm sure have you ever thought back to your older coaching days where technology wasn't so readily available, and you had to go out and actually borrow film from other coaches and stuff versus just getting on the internet and swapping files and all that. It's incredible, isn't it?
There's nothing like on Saturday morning getting up, meeting the coach at 7 o'clock the next morning to swap film midway. So, yeah, it's tough, but it's a whole lot better now.
Man, yeah, don't have to worry about those reel-to-reels.
Yeah, well, I started to say I used to go with the guy who actually filmed it, and we had to take it to some place to get it all developed and processed and everything, so it could go out. So it was a late night.
Wow.
Whew. Thank goodness for technology.
Yeah, for real.
Well, Coach, man, congratulations once again. We're just really happy for y'all. Really, truly are. Y'all have done a wonderful job as a staff, yourself, and the kids especially, turning the season around and now having an opportunity to finish off Hatton and to end up 4-6, and then hopefully go down to Winfield and spank them for the first round of the playoffs.
Man, I appreciate that. Maybe we can make it come together some more. We still got a lot of things we got to work on, a lot of things we got to get better at, but the opportunity's still there. We still got two more games. So.
And that's all you can ask for. So we're definitely rooting for you, Coach.
Hey, I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate what y'all do for us.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, and thanks for spending some of your Saturday morning with us.
Yes, sir. Talk to y'all later.
All right, man. That was Coach Michael Parker, head coach of the Clements. Coach, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have our SEC guru, AP Steadham, joining us. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKC, the Big 1080.
Look for Tailgate Talk on Facebook. Just search for Tailgate Talk and make the connection. Call or text us with your comments during the show at 256-812-1848. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC.
This is Bella LaFontaine with Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We take care of all the basics. We take care of cockroaches, ants, wasps. As far as rodents go, most places they'll trap or poison, and that's the end of it. What we do is we're actually going to find the entry points, and we're going to take care of that for you. We do a lot of work with a lot of realtors here in town to bring houses to the closing table. So one of the big things about us is that we're not a sales company. We are a service provider. So we're not looking to meet a sales quota. We're looking to get a house ready to go to closing and get our customers taken care of. This is Bella LaFontaine, Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We are located at 3413 6th Avenue in Huntsville, Alabama. Phone number is 256-701-7095.
Accidents happen. It's a part of life. So next time a wreck is a part of your life, Sides Auto Body Repair is there to lend a hand. Since 1987, Sides Auto Body Repair has been guiding customers through the repair process with as little stress as possible, offering free estimates, a limited lifetime warranty on their work, as well as saving you the headache of handling the insurance paperwork. They're also ICAR Platinum certified and can boast over 60 years of combined experience. Call their Highway 72 West location at 230-6464 or Highway 72 East at 444-0729. Either way, call them first. Sides Auto Body Repair.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
Daily and Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daily and Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook too. Daily and Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Bring the man in motion across the line of scrimmage. They give it to him on the sweep play. He's outside, got a little bit of room now. Down the sideline, cuts it back. He's angling for the end zone, and he will score. Wow. Touchdown.
Join us this football season for Limestone County football, streamed right to your computer or mobile device on the Play Action Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo by saying, Alexa, open Play Action Sports. Listen for the replay of select games Sundays at noon on WKAC and download each game from the archives anytime you want. Limestone County football from Play Action Sports and 1080 WKAC.
Hey, I'm Cody Gross. I'm the head football coach at Athens High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
I'm all about that action. 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 I said I'm all about that action.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We're joined by a Tailgate Talk special guest segment brought to you by the Yellowhammer Roofing. I'm going to use that one to give the Yellowhammer Roofing a shout out. Our SEC guru and the man we appreciate who joins us every week with so much inside knowledge, and that's AP Steadham. AP, how are you doing, buddy?
Hey, good morning. Good morning. So glad to be on Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC 1080 AM, Athens, Alabama.
Well, man, it's just me and Tim. This is Todd today. We've given Tom and Jay the day off. Jay went to Tuscaloosa,
I hear you.
heaven on earth, and then Tom is at the Vanderbilt Mississippi State game. His stepson is in the Mississippi State marching band, so him and his wife wanted to go up there and see him play. He's a freshman this year, so
outstanding.
Yeah,
outstanding.
Absolutely. So we were talking off air, man, and you're in a very special place. Well, it's special to some people. It's not special to us per se. Actually despised by me. I won't speak for Tim, but that's South Bend, Indiana, and you're at the Notre Dame USC game, man. Good for you, dude, because regardless whether or not I like either team, that's a special deal. It really is. So tell us a little bit about the scenery and just the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah. The last time I was here was 1987. It was Alabama versus Notre Dame, and they put it on Alabama pretty good that day. They returned the favor from the 86 game where Alabama beat them for the very first time in Legion Field. I'm here. It's about 50 so degrees, overcast. I'm right outside the Joyce Center. People probably familiar with that, and the stadium is next door. So it's looking for a nice game tonight. It'll be 6:30 Central. The USC Trojans at 3-3, and I think Notre Dame will have the one loss to Cincinnati as a home loss. So I'm really looking forward to be at this intersectional rivalry.
Yeah.
And, since the 20s, this is the 92nd, I think, meeting, I believe it is. They missed 3 or 4 games during World War II, but I think it's 92nd. And they have the Heisman Trophy is here today. We're going to go take a picture with a few friends of mine who've never had that opportunity. So we're going to take the picture with the Heisman Trophy. And Tim Brown is here. Tim Brown, one of the Heisman Trophy winners from Notre Dame, so he'll be around. Get a chance to see Tim. And they got some other people playing here that you might know of. Greg Gilbert was a linebacker at Alabama from up there in Decatur, Alabama.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So Greg actually played in that game, I think, in 87, I believe. But his son plays for USC.
I did not know that.
Huh. His son plays for USC, and Raleigh and Reggie McKenzie, the 2 Tennessee players. One of them has a son that's playing here, plays tackle for USC. And then we have Lance Taylor, former walk-on at Alabama, a running back coach for the Fighting Irish. And Mario Morris, reserve linebacker in the 92 championship team. Number 58, he's the deputy athletics director for Notre Dame.
Awesome. 6 degrees of separation right there for a lot of people.
Is Rudy there?
Yeah, is Rudy there?
Well, I think Rudy was actually in New Orleans. He was doing something for an establishment down there, so I'm not sure if he's flying up this morning, but there's a possibility. I'll find out if he's here.
So, I haven't seen the line on the game or anything like that. I mean, obviously Notre Dame's favored to win, especially being at home. But man, talk a little bit about what you think, or why do you think USC has fallen so hard over the last few years?
How could you get away from having an All-American offensive lineman annually on USC's team?
Yeah.
Now they can't block me and you.
No. That's a sad truth. Sad truth.
I mean, USC, my goodness, they would play. I remember they played Alabama at Legion Field. They were carrying off Tide players about every play. They were knocking them down and just punishing teams with that huge offensive and mobile offensive line, and had the tailbacks and a pretty good quarterback and some people on the outside. And then defensively, they would be rushing your passer and clogging up the middle with their outstanding linebackers, and they had the defensive backs that were All-Americans. So they've got away from so many things at USC. There was a tradition there. So they're going to have to come up with a coach. They got a big receiver, former basketball player type, number 15, Drake London, catches anything. Early outstanding, winning those 50-50 battles. They got Keaton Slovis, the quarterback out of Arizona, from Gilbert, Arizona. He displaced J.T. Daniels. We all know about him. We transferred to Georgia.
Yep.
So, but USC, they're a lame duck type of team, and Notre Dame has the one loss at home. So they're still playing for a lot of pride, and it means something to them. With all their alumni come back to see them beat the the pretty boys from USC.
Yeah, but and hopefully these kids from USC, obviously, the rivalry's not quite as hot as it was, back when both teams were ranked top 5, top 10, annually.
That's right.
But it's still nationally, in the minds of most of us, a pretty big deal and a pretty big rivalry. So hopefully USC's kids will come to play and make it a good game. There's so many good games on tonight at the same time. Of course, us, Bama and UT, Auburn, Ole Miss, of course, Notre Dame, USC. So there's a few more, but. Talk a little bit about the Tide in Tennessee, especially with the deal with Tennessee Ole Miss last week and that whole fracas at the end of the game. Tennessee obviously fined, I think, $250,000.
$250,000, right? And I think they're trying to prosecute as many people as they recognize on the videos. Wow. But Tennessee has been remarkable for them this season, where they couldn't score in warm-ups last year, right? And now they're putting up quite a few points. That's the transformation of Josh Heupel. And I'm sure if he can get some talent on that team, Tennessee will look to do some things in the East in the coming years. But they need a quarterback. They have the 2 transfers, one from Virginia Tech, one from Michigan. One from Michigan is big. They're low percentage passers primarily. The one from Virginia Tech is a better quarterback. But, those people always give Alabama trouble.
Yes.
Those quarterbacks that run around.
Yep.
But now Alabama, they took that beating by Texas A&M, and they're revived, and that's historically been the trend for them to come back strong. And they proved it last week with a 40-point victory over Mississippi State. You'd like to see them be better in the secondary. I keep talking about them because that's the last line of defense. You've got to be sound back there, knowing your assignments, being together, being in unison, harmony. And, they got to get on that the self-proclaimed highest paid graduate assistant, Nick Saban, to coach coach that part of the team. But that's critical, because when they're going to play in these big games, we know the other team has very good passers.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm looking at the rest of the season that Alabama must improve in that area, because, like I said, that's the last line of defense. And I just thought the defensive line would be better.
I know, it's been disappointing. Absolutely.
There's no playmaker. One of you said, wow, that guy's a playmaker. He's really terrific, right?
Yeah.
It's been Will Anderson Jr., and that's probably the end of the sentence.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
That's true.
Every once in a while, somebody else makes a play. But it's usually Will Anderson Jr. making the plays.
Yeah, you got to have more than one.
Yeah, you have to have more than one,
Yeah, absolutely.
And Jamison Williams, the transfer from Ohio State, he's been fabulous for them.
Yeah.
He's been terrific with them. So, I'm really glad they have him, because he added that extra dimension to the team. So, but Alabama should win that game. They're playing at night. It's homecoming.
Yeah.
It means a lot to the people from Alabama, the fans of Alabama, the alumni. So they're charged up for this game, and I think Nick Saban makes them realize that this is important, an important part of the tradition at Alabama to beat Tennessee.
Yeah. Well, speaking of tradition, man, you're at one of the biggest traditional games of all. So we hope you have a wonderful time. And I think Tim's got a question real quick before we let you go. No,
go ahead.
He said no, but he doesn't. But we're happy for you to be there, man. That's a big deal, especially since you ain't been there since '87. So and probably things hadn't changed much. But thanks so much for joining us, man. Have a great time, and can't wait to hear your stories about the USC Notre Dame game next week.
Hey, we'll put it up on the Facebook and the Twitter. On the Facebook and the Twitter. Thank you so much for having me on the show. Really appreciate it.
Be safe, buddy.
Yeah, bye-bye now. Bye-bye now.
All right, man. That was AP Steadham, our weekly ACC guru. AP does such a good job informing us of not just the ACC, but obviously teams all the way across the nation. Want to thank all of our guests today, Missy Tiber and all the local coaches, AP, Clay. It's been a great show.
And our athletes of the week, co-athletes of the week, were Athens High's Dylan Roper and East Limestone's Alex Mason.
Yep, congratulations to y'all. And we appreciate y'all listening each week to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. And join us next week again as we get some of these teams prepared to get in the playoffs. And so we'll catch up with however many games are left. And basketball will be tipping off soon, and we'll keep up with our local volleyball teams as well. You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Thanks for joining us on WKC, the Big 1080.
At Hendricks Power Washing and Striping, your property is their priority. Power washing, striping, seal coating, crack filling, and asphalt maintenance, rain or shine, day or night. Call Colby for a free quote at 256-763-1740. Visit their Facebook page and see what they've done for other satisfied customers. Give your home or business that brand spanking new look, courtesy of Hendricks Power Washing and Striping. Licensed and insured. Call 256-763-1740. Hendricks Power Washing and Striping.
Hey guys, this is Joanna Clem for CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. I'd like to personally invite you to visit CEI Bookstore. While you're here, you'll find a wide selection of Bibles, gift items, trustworthy study materials, and more for you and your church. Our friendly staff will be happy to help you with your selections while you shop in the store. We even offer personalized Bible imprinting and gift wrapping. Not in the Athens area? Enjoy shopping with us online at truthbooks.com. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications, taking his hand, helping each other home.
Smith's Heating and Cooling in Elkmont is your friendly local contractor servicing most brands of equipment and proudly installing industry-leading Rheem systems. Whether it's an air conditioner, gas furnace, heat pump, or indoor air quality system, Smith's Heating and Cooling takes pride in their exceptional installation and 24/7 customer service after the fact. They offer financing too. Call 777-5450 today to schedule an appointment or a free no-obligation consultation. Smith's Heating and Cooling. Call 777-5450. Visit them on Facebook or online at smithsheatingandcoolingllc.com. You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill on Highway 72 East in Athens, just off I-65. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.